At the prestigious Robertson School of Music, excellence echoed in every corridor. Students rehearsing with obsessive precision, instructors critiquing with clinical detachment. Lillian Porter, the soft-spoken administrative assistant, moved unnoticed through the controlled chaos. She was punctual, unassuming, and utterly forgettable. Just how she liked it. Clad in modest attire and worn flats, Lillian, 38, had been with the conservatory for a month and a half. Her duties included organizing sheet music, assisting with programs, and staying well out of the spotlight. Most of the faculty barely looked at her twice. "Miss Porter," snapped Dr. Constance Whitmore, head of piano studies. "This archive should be sorted by composer's nationality, not date." "Right away, doctor," Lillian responded, her voice barely above a whisper. She gently took the pile from Whitmore's perfectly polished hands. As she sorted through the pages, her fingers hesitated on a familiar transcription. Liszt's adaptation of Beethoven's Fifth. Her hands twitched slightly, instinctively. It had been years since she'd played, but the music was still in her blood. "You organize like someone who reads music fluently," Professor Thornton commented later that day, peering over his glasses. "I've picked up a few things," she replied, eyes down. There's a world of difference between dabbling and true comprehension," he muttered before shuffling off. That afternoon, Madame Dubus, the conservatory's formidable French coach, handed her a stack of scribbled program notes. "I expect perfection, Miss Porter." "No errors like last week." "Understood," Lillian said, biting her tongue. She had corrected Dubus's own mistake last time, but wisely kept that to herself. Her gaze drifted to the piano nearby. The open score Liszt's transcription of Beethoven's Fifth again. "Gregory Palmer's piece," she asked softly. "Indeed, our finest student," Dubois sniffed. "It will push him," Lillian nodded. "A bold choice," she murmured. "You wouldn't know," Dubois snapped. "Now, get it typed." The morning of the scholarship recital arrived with crackling tension. Students tuned, rehearsed, whispered. Donors chatted with faculty in polished shoes and expensive perfume. Lillian, in her neatest navy dress, delivered programs and ensured refreshments were placed perfectly. Backstage, she found Gregory pacing, pale and anxious. "You okay?" she asked. "I can't get the allegro right," he admitted, clutching his music. "Too fast, too hard. I keep fumbling." Lillian offered a kind smile. "Try thinking of it as fluid motion. More ocean, less thunderstorm." He blinked. "What?" "Waves, not lightning," she said, then stepped away. When Gregory performed, he took her advice. Smoother, more lyrical, but lacking something. The applause was polite. A few faculty exchanged judgmental glances. During intermission, Lillian carried water to the judges and overheard Whitmore whisper. He butchered it. "Too tame. No fire." Thornton muttered, "We need students who grasp the drama, not watered-down interpretations." When asked her opinion, Lillian, against her better judgment, spoke. "Technically, it was solid, but Liszt's adaptations require more than accuracy. They demand emotional storytelling." The faculty stared. Wetmore's eyes narrowed. "Stick to paper and printers, Miss Porter." Then crisis struck. Gregory, minutes before a planned encore, collapsed backstage, hyperventilating. "My fingers, they've gone numb," he gasped. "A panic attack," Madame Dubois said urgently. "He cannot perform." "Find someone else," Whitmore barked. "No one else prepared the piece," Thornton cried. "I can do it," Lillian said quietly. They stared. "Don't be absurd," Thornton scoffed. "I'm not. I know the piece." "You're a secretary," Whitmore snapped. "I never said I wasn't trained," Lillian said softly. "You just assumed." Caught between pride and desperation, the faculty reluctantly agreed. Before stepping out, Whitmore hissed, "If you humiliate us, your job is gone." Lillian only nodded. When she stepped onto the stage, the audience offered only polite applause. Lillian sat, adjusted the bench, and placed her hands on the keys. The moment the first chords thundered through the hall, a hush fell. Her touch was masterful. Raw power and soulful expression intertwined in perfect harmony. This wasn't mimicry, it was revelation. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Eyes widened. Students leaned forward. In the front row, Madame Dubois whispered, "Mon Dieu, it's her." Lillian Kurtz, the once celebrated pianist who had vanished from public view after an accident 5 years ago. Now she was back. She didn't just play Liszt. She told a story of pain, perseverance, and rediscovery. The final note hung in the air before the audience erupted into a deafening standing ovation. On stage, Whitmore approached the mic, flustered. "Ladies and gentlemen, it seems Miss Porter has been hiding something from us." Lillian stepped forward. "I'm Lillian Kurtz. After my injury, I withdrew from performance. I needed to heal, and to learn who I was without applause." Dubois joined her, offering rare warmth. "Why hide your name? Would you have treated me the same?" Lillian asked quietly. From the crowd, a man stood. "Robert Danson," he said. "We came to support future talent. Instead, we saw greatness reborn. Miss Kurtz, would you consider teaching?" Before she could answer, Whitmore jumped in, voice suddenly honeyed. "The conservatory would love to make her our artist in residence." Lillian smiled but said nothing. Later, Gregory approached. "Will you teach me?" "Only if you play for the music, not the praise," she said. 1 month later. A new plaque on the office door read, "Lillian Kurtz, Artist in Residence." Whitmore and Thornton now sought her approval daily. Dubois remained dignified, unchanged. As Gregory entered for his lesson, Lillian smiled. Sometimes, rediscovery begins not with applause, but with humility. And the quietest person in the room may be the one who carries the loudest music in her soul.